Dude, so freaking good. Okay, now help me understand why you love Blink-182 so much. Because, like, you've tried the Beatles. In my entire life, even when I was in middle school, I tried Blink-182 and I just couldn't do it. What is up, everyone? Wait, hold on.
Okay.
Welcome to Sip&Awe. Welcome to Sip&Awe. This is Jeff.
What's up, dude?
I'm going to try that again. I don't know what happened. 3, 2, 1. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Sip&Awe, where God puts the on awesome. I'm your host. This is Jeff Polke.
What's up, dude?
What's up, Jeffrey? And it is time for the Sippy. Are you ready, Jeffrey?
I'm ready for
You
the
know how
sippy.
we do this?
I think I remember.
I have a bad habit of not telling people how to do it until we
Okay.
press record. So,
Okay, cool.
Yep. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Thank you, Lord, for the day that He has made for you and me. Uno, dos, tres. Then you sip it. Ow. What's up, Jeff?
What's up, dude?
How's it going?
Gotta get that product placement in there.
I know. Not a sponsor, but they could be.
I would love that.
They could be.
Dr. Thunder.
So, Jeff, why don't you share how the heck we know each other?
So we know each other because you started working for me at the cafe at Shreveport Community Church.
He was my boss.
For a good bit.
How was I a good employee? You can be honest.
You were solid. You had
your days.
You were definitely the go person that I got annoyed at sometimes.
Yeah. Why is that?
I don't know how honest I want to be.
Be honest.
You would
Spill
be
the beans.
between you, Sean, and Jeff. You did the most with Go out of the three of y'all.
Okay.
So therefore,
makes sense.
you would get called in to do random things,
All the time.
and I'd be like, "Okay, cool. Now I need someone to work today."
Yeah.
because Brandon can't anymore.
But when I was there, I was pretty fun, I think.
Oh, you were great when you were there.
Yeah. Working
Yeah.
for you, Jeff was fun.
It was a fun time.
yeah.
I miss it every now and then.
I do.
Yeah.
Because mainly, if you guys aren't watching, Jeff is filled with tattoos. He's a
have.
total rocker guy. And your favorite band is?
Blink-182.
Which I don't understand. We'll talk about that.
Okay, cool.
And so me and Jeff kind of related very quickly because of guitar stuff, music,
Skateboarding.
skateboarding. And so, yeah, me and Jeff clicked right off the bat. And I love Jeffrey because when I was in Go, I was like, God, I need friends outside of Go because I just can't be, I don't know, consumed with only people from Go Ministries.
And I was
then
very outside of Go Ministries.
He was very outside,
Very
like way
outside.
left.
Way so much.
Like if he was in Go Ministries, he probably would be in the rehab.
Oh, I would have been in the Second Chance Ranch.
And then Jeff was born, and then Danny Rabala was born, and those are my two besties outside of Go Ministries.
Danny's older than me, so he was born and then I was born.
Maybe you guys were born at the same time,
Dude,
and he was on a different time clock.
maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know how New Jersey works.
Yeah. Thank you, Danny. Shout out to Danny. So, Jeff, talk about your journey with the Lord.
My journey with the Lord.
Yeah.
So, grew up going to church. Didn't really care. Went to Evangel for high school, Christian school. Didn't really care.
Can I stop you right there? Yeah. Why didn't you care? Did it just not click?
Didn't seem cool.
Did it seem too religious?
Yeah, it seemed too religious. Grew up like pop punk, skater, stuff like that. So it didn't click with what I identified as
that
cool.
makes sense. You don't really see that at church.
No.
Yeah.
No. So then senior year, got involved in like the youth. They needed me to paint something for them. Did that and just stayed chilling.
Cool.
Yeah, kind of streamlined after that.
Nice. Do you think in this point in your life you're the closest you've ever been with the Lord?
I think it comes and goes. Like I'll have like seasons where I'm like feeling incredibly like close to him, hear him all the time.
Yeah.
Just not swaying at all. But then, everyone gets into the points where they're feeling like, feels like a job, feels like work to go to church and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it definitely comes easier to get back into the sense of being really close to him.
Yeah. What do you think gets you back into that? It's easier to go to church. What kind of like is it like a really good service? Like, man, this is why I do what I do,
It's weird. It's when I get super ticked off at someone at church for doing something that I just don't agree with.
Okay.
And then I get in my head about it where I'm like, okay, why are they doing it like this?
Yeah.
Why do I think it needs to be done different? And why does it not matter what I think needs to be done different?
Yeah.
So then I just it kind of gets into how do I say that? Who cares? It's going to happen the way it happens. Just let go and let go.
Yeah. Let go and let the Lord do his thing. Dude,
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest issue. I don't want to say issue. I think that's the biggest thing that people run into when they're in ministry, because they want to do their own thing, and the pastor, not calling out any pastor, or someone above them, a leader, is like, no, we're going to do it this way. And it's like, well, and so it's funny. I have my buddy Jacob Zirkle coming on.
I love Jacob.
He's so fun this week, and Zacchiano was like, if it wasn't for Jacob, we would have been doing things in Go Ministries a way different way, because Jacob would be like, why not just do it like this? And so we'd call the pastors. They're like, wow, that's actually a great idea. Do it like that.
Nice.
And so Jacob, good job.
Look at Jacob go.
For changing the way that we do things. So you've been at Shreveport Community Church this entire time, or did you like leave for a season then come back?
So I was at Shreveport Community Church from senior year of high school, which was 2015, up until 2020.
Okay.
And then I went to a different church for a while, just kind of wanted something different.
Where'd you go again?
Celebration Church.
What was that like? I've only been there once.
It was interesting because I was still working full-time at SCC.
A little awkward.
A little weird sometimes.
Running into your ex.
People asking me like, hey, so what's going on at the church this week? I have no idea. It's like, I'm just here Monday through Friday. Like,
Pastor John's preaching. Who's Pastor John? Oh, yeah, wrong church. My bad.
They'd be like, so what's the Sundays like? I'm like, honestly, I haven't been here in like a year. It's like, I go to a different one, and that wasn't a very good thing to say sometimes. They did not like that.
That's pretty funny, though.
But Celebration was cool, though.
Yeah.
Still got some good friends over there.
Cool.
It was
Is
just
that where-
something different than I needed.
Is that where Jonathan and Kaylee go?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. I think they're still over there.
For those of you who don't know, Jonathan is a good friend of mine, and I work with Kaylee. So
Yep.
yeah, that's
Good
how
people.
Yeah, they're
folks.
they're great people. So kind of changing gears, Jeffrey. I want to talk about music with you.
Oh, yes.
We had an incident last night which broke my heart. So I sent Jeff 2 songs. One in particular, in my opinion, is the best Beatles song ever written. It is Maxwell's Silver Hammer. So groovy, so catchy, so fun. It's a dark song.
And it just didn't click.
Why?
I don't know. I honestly can't say a reason why. It's like when people talk about how good the Beatles are, I get into the defensive mindset of people just saying that because they're the Beatles.
Okay, I agree with you because that does make sense.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Do the Beatles suck?
I don't think they suck because I love Helter Skelter.
Okay. Besides that song, do the Beatles suck?
I don't know because I've listened to a lot of Beatles. I've given them a chance.
Okay.
Besides that song, nothing has clicked.
Okay.
On me wanting to listen again.
What about Come Together? Pretty basic, classic Beatles
Yeah.
song. Kind of.
What was the one that we did the cover of?
Come Together.
Was that one?
Yeah.
I like
the rock version.
I like the rock version of that song. Whereas like
That was fun.
I have a whole playlist on Spotify that is covers of like pop songs, country songs that are done like pop punk, metal. And that's where I love those songs.
There's nothing better than a good cover.
Oh, dude,
oh my
covers
gosh.
are amazing.
Boy. Or if it's like
Some Taylor Swift metal, dude.
Dude,
love
that's
it.
what I was going to say. If it's
Love
like
it.
originally like a pop song, but then like some metal group change. Oh my
Right.
gosh. Like, have you ever heard, I think the band's called Ant, and they do Smooth Criminal.
Yes,
Oh,
Alien Ant Farm, dude.
They
killed that one.
Dude, so freaking good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now, help me understand why you love Blink-182 so much. Because, like, you've tried the Beatles.
Mm-hmm.
In my entire life, even when I was in middle school, I tried Blink-182, and I just couldn't do it.
Dude, they just clicked.
It
It was just
clicked.
like,
Yeah.
I think that was so my older cousin, I get a lot of my music stuff taste from him.
Okay.
He grew up loving My Chemical Romance.
Okay.
He grew up in like the prime of new age emo and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
So like Taking Back Sunday, My Chemical Romance, Thursday, stuff like that. So I listened to a lot of that stuff.
Cool.
And then when I found Blink-182, that was just the first one that I fell in love with. It was just like immature. It was funny.
Fun.
It was just like tons of innuendos for a skater kid
Nice.
at Walnut Hill in middle school, smoking
Yeah.
cigarettes. It was just perfect. It was a perfect blend.
How old were you when you started smoking cigarettes?
13?
And do you still smoke cigarettes?
I do not smoke cigarettes.
What do you do now?
I pack Zins.
For those of people who don't know what that is, what is that?
A Zin is...
It sounds like some spiritual like token. I zen now.
Oh, it is spirit. It is a spiritual experience. It is like a nicotine pouch that you put in your lip.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, so I started doing those because I realized I was coughing too much from vaping. So I'm trying not to do that anymore because I don't like that.
Yeah. I remember back in high school, my buddy, I didn't because I was wise. He tried
Smarter than me.
chewing tobacco
Chew's weird.
for the very first time, and he swallowed it.
Yep, you don't
And
do
then
that.
he died. He puked everywhere. It was pretty comical.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
there's nothing worse than being in your grandpa's truck whenever he spits. And you both have a red Solo cup, and yours is Dr. Pepper.
Oh my God. That happened?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's happened several times when I was growing up. Yeah,
Try not to gag.
because it's very disgusting. Because the spit is dark brown like Dr. Pepper, and if you have a Solo cup right next to it and you're not paying attention, you will just like, "Here's mine," and it is bad.
I think one of my biggest weaknesses is saliva. I can't. So if that happened to me, dude, like I can't, dude. Like, for example, not that long ago, I saw like dried up saliva and toothpaste and mucus in the sink. I saw it and it was just instant gag.
See, I would have just been like, gotta wash that out. Clean that out. Cool, we're good.
If it's mine, that's a different story. I can't.
My idea is I'm already at the sink. I'm just gonna wash it out now. Wash my hands real
dude.
quick. It's all good.
What is something that grosses you out? Like instant, you see it and it's just barfarama.
The smell of wine.
Really? Mm-hmm. I was not expecting that.
Yep. The first time I got very drunk was on wine. Ever since then, I can barely take grape juice at communion.
Wow.
I can barely do that.
Taking communion's a real
it's
sacrifice for you.
It's a mental fight every time.
That's pretty funny. You're like, Lord, I'm sorry. Thank you, Lord.
honestly, it's like you got the little cup. I need that cookie.
And
Wash it out.
It doesn't help. It doesn't help that the church lets the communion cups sit for so long so they ferment.
Oh,
They
yeah.
taste like wine.
They almost get there.
What in the world? I think another thing that I've discovered that grosses me out is blood.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never had a problem with that. I think I watched Saw too young.
So, yeah. You
Yeah.
like scary movies. We can talk about that.
Yeah, I love scary movies.
So, yeah, I discovered that because I went to the hospital like a year-ish ago, maybe, and they put in an IV, but somehow they got it in, but like they like moved the needle, and so my blood went.
Yep.
And I was like, "Oh Lord!" And so that was not a good time.
That's not fun.
Scary movies, Jeff. I know your favorite scary movie, but why don't you tell the people what your favorite scary movie is?
My favorite scary movie is Scream. Yeah. Ghostface. Little house phone. Got the little house phone tattoo for it.
Yeah.
And then again, that's the same thing as Blink. It just clicked.
Is Scream technically a scary movie? Because it's not scary.
It's like a slasher.
Okay.
So it's not like horror. There's no like monsters or anything. It's just like a dude that got a costume at Party Central and attacked his classmates.
The movie's so good though. Like the end part when they're on the phone and like the part, like, dude, that's like the best scene.
The phone calls are the best part of that movie.
You hit me with the phone, you jerk.
My parents are gonna be so mad at me. Dude, Matthew Lillard improv that.
Did he really?
Yeah, like he got hit with the phone, and like I think so the dude's name is Skeeter Ulrich.
The other guy?
Yeah,
That looks like Johnny
Billy
Depp.
Loomis. Yeah.
Okay.
So he threw the phone, and it wasn't supposed to hit him. Like the slinky cord on it just like snapped more, and it hit him. And Matthew Lillard was like, "You hit me with the phone, you jerk!" and then he's like on the phone with Nev Campbell for that scene. He's like, "My parents are gonna be so mad at me." And when I read that, because I have a book that's the screenplay,
That's cool.
and those lines aren't in it.
Oh, that's cool.
And so like that stuff is like all improv.
Yeah.
And it's so awesome to know that kind of stuff.
So besides Scream 1, do you have another favorite? Do you like just a whole franchise? Are all of them really good for you?
I can watch 1 through 6.
Cool.
Like in a whole day.
Hey guys, I wanted to stop real quick and say thank you so much for tuning into this episode. I want to challenge you with something. If you know someone in your life that you know that they would like this episode, stop what you're doing and send it their way so that we can keep growing the Sip&Awe family. All right, thank you for sharing, and let's get back to the episode. 6-1, the new one that just came out?
The newest one where it is Jenna Ortega and Melissa Beretta. The one that one doesn't have Nev Campbell in it at all.
Okay.
So that's the first one to not have her.
Okay. What's the girl? She was like the news reporter.
Courtney Cox.
Is she in that one?
Yeah.
Cool.
She's still in it.
Cool.
Then besides that, I love some Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th. Okay.
Some Nightmare on Elm Street. Can't go wrong with that.
I grew up
some
on
Leatherface.
I grew up with all those movies.
All the classics.
Freddy Krueger was my fave.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was a kid, Spencer's, the store, for some reason my parents would take me there.
Yeah.
And for Halloween,
Risky.
right. They had this Freddy Krueger statue by the door.
Yeah.
And it freaked me out. I don't know why,
Dude.
but I just had this thought that he was going to get me. And so my stepdad like grabbed me. He's like, "No, just go touch it." And I'm like screaming.
Was it one of the moving ones?
Yeah,
he
he just like did this. And I'm like, I'm not touching it. And then it was weird. He turned into one of my favorite horror movie characters.
Dude, he's great.
I really enjoyed.
It's so weird how he became like the icon of that movie.
Yeah.
When he's such a bad guy and you almost root for him. Because you're like, he's funny though.
He is.
Jokes.
I like have you seen the one in 2010? Mm-hmm. That one I really enjoyed.
Dude, I like that one too. And people trash that one all the time.
People trashed it. Yeah, it was really good.
It was like a reboot, remake or something.
Yeah. The one part that makes me laugh, though, is when the blonde girl's asleep and he's throwing her across the room. Do you remember that? And she's like rolling on the ceiling?
Yes.
That's pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
That's not scary at all. That made me laugh the entire time.
That was good.
But yeah, like, here's the thing. Here's why Freddy Krueger's so scary, Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
It's because he comes in the most important part of your day. It's when you're sleeping.
Oh, okay.
And so whenever you try to avoid him, you can't sleep. And that just freaking sucks.
Because what's the longest you've ever been awake? Because I've done like a little over 24 hours. And that point, that's when I realized that, oh yeah, Friday the 13th actually is scary. Because you just can't. Because you get those like the actual like in the movie, the 2010 one, you get those like micro sleeps where like you're not asleep, but you just close your eyes for 2 seconds. And you're like, oh crap, what
You're in
happened?
the warehouse and you see him, you're like, frick.
Yep.
Man, I think the longest was probably like 36 hours maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of it was when I used to do drugs in high school. Because here's the thing, me and my buddies, we would do this thing called backpacking, okay, where we would get high off our minds, okay. Then we'd pack up this backpack with food and blankets, and then we'd just walk around Albuquerque. And for some reason, we would always choose the nights that were freezing, and then we'd sleep in parks like homeless people. And that was my life for like 3 years.
Honestly, I'm kind of jealous that I never did that when I was younger and in my delinquency.
It was really fun. You want to do it tonight?
Yeah, let's go.
Hey, babe, I'm gonna go backpacking with Jeff. I'll see you tomorrow.
I'll see you tomorrow, completely sober. Don't pay attention to my eyes; they're not bloodshot.
Dude, so I was hanging out with Danny, and we came back. This was like last week, so we're leaving the gym at his apartment. And
Oh, I gotta ask you something about last night, but you finish that.
Okay, and so, dude, it's so stupid. We smell weed so strong. And it happens to be the balcony under him, and it's this couple like smoking a joint, and they see Danny in his uniform, and the guy goes, and then Danny walks by. He goes, "I'm sorry." Danny's like, "For what?" He's like, "For the weed, man. I'm so sorry."
At least he owned up.
Danny's like, "I don't care, dude. Just at least you're not being stupid." He's like, "Okay."
Like it's technically kind of legal here
It
now.
was so funny. I'm sorry.
Like you got the medical cards now. You got like.
He has
What is
anxiety.
What is it? Like the under 2 ounces is like legal carry on you.
Really?
I think it's like under
didn't
2
know that.
ounces. Like
Dang.
if you get pulled over or something, they think like, hey, are you smoking? You just like admit, yeah, I have this in the car.
Yeah. All I know is that in Albuquerque, I need to fact check myself. I think the legal limit's 25 ounces.
Yeah.
Yeah, that you can have on you. After that, it's illegal.
Because then it's like with like
Google that.
intent to distribute or something like that.
Yeah.
Like if you have that much on you, You're probably trying to unload it.
20. Okay, what about last night while I Google this?
On Bunkum, did you see the dude walking on the side of the road?
No.
He was walking like at an angle.
No.
Dude, so it was between Pines and Broad Acres. There's a dude on the side of the road, and he was just like swaying, walking. He was walking like if this is a normal body walking, he was walking like this, just like towards the road, and I got so scared.
No.
Because like the car in front of me like legit like fully swerved out of the way. He's far enough on the side of the road to where I'm not going to hit him.
Right.
But the way the car swerved, and then I saw him in my headlights, I'm like, oh, dude, you were off bad. You are not having a good time.
That's one of my biggest fears is hitting someone with my car.
Oh, dude, I hate it.
Because
I'm terrified.
on that road, on Bunkum, people walking at night is so common.
Oh, yeah.
Like driving home after church, I almost hit someone at least once every
And
week.
they're always
or bi-weekly.
wearing so many dark clothes.
And they're black.
Oh, yeah. But you can't
So
avoid that.
You can't see them.
Nah.
Yeah.
At least wear like a reflective. Wear like some of that like high vis white or something like that.
Can you just wear a construction reflective vest for me, please?
If you know you're going to be walking at night.
Come on.
Common
I
knowledge.
think the craziest thing that happened to me on Bunkum, this is when me and my wife were engaged. I'm driving home. It was like a week before the wedding because that's all I was thinking about.
Yeah.
And I was here late because we were planning the wedding, getting everything ready.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm driving, and this Honda, like from the 90s, is going so slow. And it's really ticking me off. And it's the double line, so I can't pass him. And I'm like, what is going on? And then we pass over the railroad tracks by the church, and his car goes, and you see his front tire just rolling to the trees.
Dude.
Yeah. And then so he pulls over, and I'm like, what in the world just happened? And I felt like I should have helped him, but I didn't.
You didn't stop at all?
No.
Dude.
And I get back to the church, and I was like, man, I should have stopped.
See, I would have stopped not because of my good heart of wanting to help people.
Dang.
Because I would want to be like, I got to see this guy's face right now.
Bro, did you see that?
I'm like, dude, your tire's gone, man. Do you have an extra?
He's like, I'll be right back. I'm going to go try to find it.
I guess I'll wait by your car. No one's going to steal it, but...
Dude, it was like sparks and everything.
Dang.
I was like, whoa. So yeah, I felt terrible not helping him out. Like honestly, like it haunted me for at least 3 hours after that.
But honestly, it sucks nowadays though.
Yeah.
Like I'm terrified to help people on the side of the road sometimes.
Yeah.
Like I've done it twice, maybe.
Yeah.
And once because it was like a dude. It was a dude that was like near my age.
Yeah.
Like looked like so. I'm like, oh, I can help this dude. I can take him if I need to.
Yeah.
It's fine. And then the other one was like, just like random girl. I was like, I'm at least gonna stop because
Was she cute?
I don't remember. I don't remember. But I was just like, I'm just going to stop for a second. And then, like, she had like, called her dad or something like that. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna roll then because I don't want to be here.
Yeah, my, I don't want to say freakiest, but the moment I was on edge, but it was kind of like cool because he really needed help. I'm pulling into my neighborhood, and this guy's like tweaking, okay? And he had an El Camino, and it wasn't starting.
Awesome.
And he was like, hey man, can you take me to the gas station? I think I need gas. I think I ran out of gas. And out of the kindness of my heart, I was not led by the Holy Spirit. I was just like, sure. Dude, this guy was tweaking out, man. He's like, so yeah, what do you do? I'm like, well, I go to church. Oh man, I love Jesus, man. Yeah, I got a tattoo of him right here. And his face is all distorted and like ugly.
It's the generic. It's like that picture of the what was it? The painting of Jesus where the lady like fixed it. He got that tattooed.
Yeah, or it's like Mary. It's like, that's not Jesus, dude. That's his mom.
He's like, dude, that's Ozzy Osbourne. What do you mean that's Jesus?
No, man, it's Jesus. I promise it's Jesus. But these are, no, man, your answered prayer, man. I was sitting out there and I was praying to God. I was like, God, help me. And then an angel of God just came down in a Ford Bronco. And that was you, man. Thank you so much. Like, dude, this guy's twinking.
That's insane. That's a lot.
See, what's funny is I've never experienced anything that crazy in Shreveport. Only in Albuquerque.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of convinced.
We built different.
I'm convinced that Albuquerque may be slightly, a little bit more crazy.
Yeah. I mean, you got the rep of Breaking Bad, so they got to stand up to that reputation.
Praise God.
Yeah.
Fun fact, after that show came out, they started, people who would make crystal meth, they would actually dye it blue because of the show.
Oh, really?
And people would buy it more because it was popular.
Was it blue in the show because they dyed it, or is it because like the way he made it?
No, the way he made it, he used pure methylamine, which turned it blue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, I've only ever watched the first and the last episode,
Yeah.
so I got a gist.
Yeah. See, the next time I ever start a series, I want it to be completely finished. I want to start the last episode, and then I want to make predictions on how he got there.
So you want to do the thing that there's a YouTube channel, like man.
What?
Kalena showed it to me. Me and ZJ watch it every now and then too, since she showed it to us. But it's like this dude watches the first episode and the last episode, and he tries to guess what happens. And then he'll like read the synopsis of it.
Cool. Does he ever get it right?
Sometimes. The worst one was Vampire Diaries.
Okay.
Because, so in Vampire Diaries, they're vampires and werewolves and stuff like that. So like, people don't die. Or whenever they do die, they come back from the dead and stuff like that. So he's like, watching the last episode, like, no one died. What happened? Is everyone just okay? He's like, I really thought that like people were gonna.
Vampires.
He's like, I really thought that like he guessed like 2 people were gonna die from the first episode. He's like, okay, cool. These people are gonna die. This one's gonna be a vampire. Cool, whatever. In the last episode, they just never mention who's vampires really, because if you watch the whole show, you know who's vampires. He's like, wow, none of these people died.
I don't think I'd be really good at that, like predicting, because nowadays things just happen that you would have never imagined.
Dude, they got to keep it interesting.
Yeah.
Especially if it's over like 5 seasons, you have to do a lot of stuff to keep people watching.
Like, do they still make The Walking Dead, or is Walking Dead done?
I think The Walking Dead's still happening.
Are you serious?
I think so.
Dang, dude.
Because I saw a TikTok the other day talking about like something about like Rick Grimes.
Oh my gosh.
Coming back or something.
Let's see.
I don't know.
Let's Google. I'm not texting and totally avoiding you, Jeff.
Oh, okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Walking Dead, still happening? Question mark.
That's how you Google.
Still. Oh. Well, let me reword it. Is The Walking Dead still on?
Still airing.
In 2018, a 10-year-old programming plan was announced to keep the Walking Dead universe growing on TV and movie theaters. Scott Gimble, who was bumped up from showrunner to chief content officer, soon announced a Rick Grimes trilogy of movies to keep the story going.
Maybe that's what I saw the TikTok of.
So, season 11 of The Walking Dead is the last, but they're going to keep it going with movies.
Okay.
That's kind of cool, I guess.
That sounds cool. I'd rather the movies over than TV shows, I think, for that.
Here's the thing. So, me and my family, we did a family night every Wednesday, I think, and that's when Walking Dead was on. I never really got into it. My mom
I didn't get super into it.
My mom and my brother were, like, infatuated, and so I had to watch it because I was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, zombies, dude, I guess. Like,
there was a weird big zombie, like, uprise for a while because he had like Walking Dead, World War Z.
I remember that.
Resident Evil stuff had zombies in it for a while.
What's that movie with the zombies and like the Boy Scouts? It's like it makes fun of zombies. You know what I'm talking about?
Scout Survival Guide or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
That was a funny one.
I remember that.
That was a good one. I like that one.
And then, have you ever seen Shaun of the Dead?
Yes. Love Shaun of the Dead.
It's 4 a.m. The movie's awesome.
Is that in the same world as like the Walk to the End of the World?
I don't know.
Where they do like the bar crawl?
I don't know.
Because that has who's the dude in Shaun of the Dead? The main guy, the red haired ginger.
I don't know
dude.
his name.
But you know the face I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
It's like him and like a lot of the same people, and they're doing like a bar crawl.
Oh.
And then zombies end up happening during it.
Oh.
And it's called Journey to the End of the World or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was a good one, too.
Cool. Well, this is a great place to wrap up because we have a minute left. Thank you for tuning in to Sip&Awe, where God puts you on awesome. You can now buy Sip&Awe merch. If you're tired of what you're wearing, if you're tired of looking like Jeff, you can... I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
You can now buy Sip&Awe merch. The link will be in the description. And now, please like and subscribe and share this channel. We just surpassed 100 subscribers, boy. So let's keep it growing. Whenever I get to 200 subs, I'm going to be doing the Buddy the Elf Challenge. If you don't know what that is, in the movie Elf, he eats spaghetti, maple syrup, Pop-Tarts, marshmallows, and chocolate syrup. And I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to bring Jeff on.
Yep.
It's going to be awesome. Yes, you can now listen on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And so thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the first-time listeners. Have you made it this far? Thank you for listening. And we're just so happy that you came and hung out with me and Jeff. But don't worry, Jeff is coming back next week. So we will see y'all next week.